Welcome to the Whbn at 6 o'clock on Whbn. It is September 26, 1923. I am your host, Lettuce, and we have some breaking news. Today, the League of Nations officially gave Britain a mandate over Palestine. This means that Britain's job is to watch over Palestine until it's ready for independence. First of all, here is some background information for those of you who don't know much about this topic. Karada.
Thank you, Lettuce. Here is a map of Palestine. The Jews and Arabs began a long struggle for power. In 1517, the Ottoman Empire conquered Palestine and maintained control for 400 years. That brings us up to World War I.
Thank you, Karada. So, when the Central Powers were losing the war, Britain saw an opportunity and we took it. Sir Henry McMahon got the help of the Arabs, and together they defeated the Ottoman Empire. In return for their help, McMahon promised the Arabs their own state. The Jews wanted to make their own country in Palestine. In November 1917, British Foreign Secretary Sir Arthur Balfour released his letter regarding a Jewish country in Palestine. That caused even more uprising. McMahon promised one thing and Sir Arthur Balfour promised another. Sir Balfour's letter, released 6 years ago, could have been a turning point for the Jews. However, the Jews and Arabs have been fighting ever since. Will the Jews finally get their own country in Palestine, or will the Arabs get a state? Let's ask Sir Balfour himself. Cauliflower is with him right now. Cauley?
Thank you, Lettuce. I am here with the one and only British Foreign Secretary, Sir Arthur James Balfour. Arthur, what do you have to say about this?
Well, first of all, don't call me Arthur.
Sorry, British Foreign Secretary, Sir Arthur James Balfour. Well, what is your opinion on the Jews wanting their own nation?
You should really just read my letter.
Okay, I read your letter, but we want you to explain on it and restate it for all our viewers who didn't read it.
Basically, I stated that I support the idea of establishing a Jewish homeland in Palestine and that we should also protect the rights of existing non-Jewish communities.
Oh, really? So do you think with the help of other allied nations, you can establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine?
Well, there's kind of a problem right now. Sir McMahon promised the Arabs a state, but I think the Jews should have their own country. We're having a bit of a disagreement.
Do you have any idea how to solve this problem?
Just today, when we made the Palestine Mandate official, we also divided it into two parts, Pre- and Transjordan. Transjordan is ruled by the Arabs, and the rest of the Palestine is controlled under the Palestine Mandate.
Is this helping the conflict at all?
No. Okay, thank you, Cauley. That's all the time we have for you, Arthur. So, Arthur supports a Jewish state, but no one has followed through with this yet. Moving on to our other trusty reporter, Tamara.
Thank you, Lettuce! I am here on the border of Palestine and Transjordan, surveying the area. There's a little bit of a... Oh, hello there!
It is not fair!
I'm sorry?
It is not fair! Britain has been promising us a state for years, and they still haven't fulfilled their promise.
But just today, we created the Transjordan for you. How...
It is not enough! And that is just the problem. You snobby fools cannot come down here telling us whether or not we can make a state and controlling our government. It's our home. We can figure out our own problems. You are violating our right to self-determination and self-rule.
I'm sorry, but none of this is actually my fault. If you want, you can talk to Arthur.
That is the last person I want to talk to. Just yesterday, the Jewish National Fund stole a bunch of our Arab land.
Actually, I think they No one was living on it anyway.
No one? Wrong! The Arab owners weren't there, but there were still many other Arabs renting the land and living on it. They were all forced out and evicted thanks to the Jewish National Fund. This is not fair! This is not fair! This is not fair!
Thank you, Tamara. As you can see, the situation in Palestine is very unstable. Apparently, the creation of Transjordan today is not enough for the Arabs. They want complete control of the area, but so do the Jews. Will this conflict ever be resolved? Thanks for watching the LVN at 6 o'clock on Whbn. I am your host, Lettuce, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.